Hey gang, welcome to Music Theory Tuesday. Well, probably not quite that exciting, but anyway, we're going to talk today about two of the most kind of confusing things inside music theory. We're going to talk about the DS-Al Coda and the DC-Al Coda instructions. You've probably seen these things and thinking, what the heck do these mean? Well, my name's Tom and I'm going to see if I can explain it. This is one of my music books. In case you don't know, why would you know? I don't know. If you've not been on my website, tomhorton.co.uk, you won't have seen all these wonderful music books for organ, piano and keyboard that I publish. This is called Power On, and this is my latest book actually, or most recent book for all home organ and digital keyboard players, and lots of nice easy pieces, brand new, to add things to your collection. Now, in these pieces, there are often huge chunks of music which need to be repeated, as is the nature of printing and publishing and composing. You know, you write a little tune, you repeat it, and you may remember in the last video we talked about these guys over here, the first and the second time bars. Remember those? Yeah. So we said how we play through a piece of music. Let me just find on my digital piano here while we're talking a little wind instrument, and I'm going to go with a nice flute. There we go. And I'm going to play this little melody. This is called Far Away Romance. So it goes a little bit like this. There we go, and that's a ballad. This particular book you can see on a live stream on my channel. So at the end there we had box one, that sends us back to the beginning, play it through a second time, and on the second time jump to bar number two. And that's the second time that you play that, and it lets you carry on. But of course, when we get past the first and the second time bars, we're then going to want to play that main theme again. And so at the end here, I've placed an instruction. And the instruction says DC-Al Coda. Okay, you can see that right there, DC-Al Coda. Now, what does DC-Al Coda mean? Well, DC-Al Coda means da capo. Okay, da capo. Da capo is Italian, and it literally means the start, from the beginning. So when you see the instruction DC, it means go all the way back to the very beginning of the piece of music. Okay? As you then play through, you will then come to an instruction that sends you to the coda. And the coda instruction is actually here at the end of this bar. So I'm going to go. And then as soon as I finish that bar, I leap down to the coda, and in Italian, coda means tailpiece, the bit on the end. And so I'd go da da dum, and then I'd play my coda, which finishes off my song. So that's what that means. DC-Al Coda. It means go back to the start of the music and then repeat the music until you're told to go to the coda, and the coda normally is a small piece on the end. So that's what DC means. DC, the way I used to remember it was kind of like the first level of government in the US is Washington DC. That's where the capital is, and you know, the hill and everything. So I was thinking, okay, so DC means go right back to the source, right back to the beginning. A silly thing maybe, but it works quite well in a way of remembering it. Here's evening time. Look, evening time's got a DC-Al Coda instruction, so you play all the way through, first and second time bars, DC-Al Coda, back to the start, play all the way through until the end of the bar where the two coda is, and then the coda section is the piece that goes on the end. Coda, once again, means tailpiece. But what happens if in a piece of music you don't want to go all the way back to the beginning. You want to start maybe a bar in, or maybe you've got, in the case of this tune, Bluebells in the Breeze, you've got some pickup notes. Okay, so you want to avoid those because maybe they're going to go on the end. So you want to start here, not here. Well, we have to have something that tells us how to do that. So we have a different instruction and we play all the way through, and then we come to this instruction over here, DS al Coda. DS means dal segno. It means the sign. Go to the sign, and then when you're told, to the coda. So what we do is we go back to the beginning of the piece of music and we look for a symbol. It's that one there. Look, let's see if I can show you a little closer on the camera. So earthquake. There it is. Look. Okay, that little, like a serpent or a wonky American dollar sign, and that's known as the sign. And so I go back to the bar at which that begins. So those three notes are at the beginning, but we only ever play them once because they're three notes to kick the song going. Then there's a big thick blah line. So once we come out the garage, we're never going to go back in there. And if you look at the end, look where the dal segno instruction is, those three notes are there. And so we're playing them at the end. Da 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 dum, do 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 do, and it just makes it very tidy. Once we've played the music and we have followed our dal segno instruction, we go back to the beginning and we play until the two coda sign right there. Look, okay, dum da 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 da, and then the coda is the piece on the end. The coda symbol is normally a circle with a crosshair through it. And so you match the coda symbols up. To coda means finish that bar, and then the next bar will connect to it. Okay, so you go from there down to there. So that's what they mean. So DC means go all the way back to the very, very beginning, then play the coda when you are told to do so. DS is dal segno, which means go back to probably, not always near the beginning, it could have been over here somewhere, and they're used to connect one part of the song back to another part of the song that is not at the beginning. You find the little wonky S dollar style sign, play your music until you're told to go to the coda, and then you play the coda on the end. So there we go, everybody. DC, DS, al codas. Now you know what they mean. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hit subscribe. Check out my website, tomhorton.co.uk, for wonderful piano books and music books for organs and keyboards. And I'll see you in the next video. I hope you enjoy these music theory lessons. See you soon. Bye-bye.